it wouldn't be a week in Sisters without talking about the biggest event to come to town probably every year, which is the Sisters Folk Festival. Brad, thanks for coming.
Thank
You're
you,
the
Kerri.
director. This is a crazy time. Tomorrow's the day.
That's right. It's going to be a fantastic festival. We plan for it all year, and we can't wait.
And you have just a huge amount of really fantastic acts.
Thank you. Yeah, we booked 45 confirmed acts over 9 stages in 3 days, and we try to put on the very best festival we can with world-class talent.
Brad, what are you doing when you're not thinking about the Sisters Folk Festival throughout the year? What do you enjoy about Sisters?
Oh, well, Sisters is an amazing community. So we run what's called the Americana Project in the schools, so I'm very busy with that. We do winter concert series, all festival-related stuff, but I like to be outside. I like the connection in the community of the people in Sisters. I'm a father of one, Spencer, and I do a lot of work in the schools here, so yeah, it's great.
Speaking of the schools, the Americana Project, which is really, to me, why this, besides the fact that you have such a cool area, good time, good people, great music, you raise money for the Americana Project. Why don't you tell us about it?
Well, our biggest fundraiser is the My Own Two Hands fundraiser in April, and that is contributing artists all do artwork around a theme, and then we have a big event, usually the second weekend of April, that raises money for it. We usually raise between about $90,000 and $110,000 for arts in the schools. But in all of the schools in Sisters, we have programming. So there's a class every day at the middle school and high school learning about artistic mediums of all sorts, you know, all different kinds, but also guitar playing, songwriting, recording, performing. Our kids in the wood shop build ukuleles and guitars. So instead of bird feeders, they're building their own custom guitars. And a bunch of guest artists come in throughout the year. So yeah, the work that we do through the Folk Festival is pretty well community integrated. So between the schools and the different programming that we do, they all kind of tie in with one another.
Well, and I like the fact that with what you just said about they're not, you know, making birdhouses. And a lot of times, well, I grew up in a very small town. I grew up in Reedsport on the coast, and we did, you know, we made birdhouses and gun racks.
Gun racks.
But it's
necessary.
really,
Gun racks would go over well here.
Yes, I'm sure they would too. This would be one of those places that it would. But it's really cool that they're learning such a unique art form, and a lot of kids have taken this elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean, they learn excellent skill sets. They can take that to career-related experiences. 4 of our students have gone on to work at Breedlove, and that's a kind of a partnership with Breedlove, guitar company. But I think young people having to learn a craft and it being something that's not instantaneous, but it takes many years to get good at, I think it's a great life lesson.
Yeah, my husband always says 10 minutes a day. Just do 10 minutes a day. So I'm up to like 4.
Oh, good. You're
every
almost
2
there.
weeks.
So
I'm close.
Kerri was telling me about how some of the young artists who go to your guys' camp go on to much bigger things. Can you talk about any of those particular?
Well, one in particular is a guy named the White Buffalo, aka Jake Smith. But Jake was at our song camp about probably 9 years ago. Since then, and we didn't launch his career at all. He's been working real hard for a lot of years. But since then,
I would take credit.
Yeah,
yeah. You started here, Jake, and you don't forget it.
He has many songs in the TV program Sons of Anarchy. He sold a couple songs to like major marketing advertising firms, and he's making a real shot at doing his work in the way that he wants to as an independent artist and making a living at it. And so that's one example. But many of the people that come to our camp, you know, come back and either get booked for the festival or get the skills and tools, and most importantly, the inspiration and empowerment to do it really well and work on their craft. And they record records and tour, and they build communities similar to what we've kind of gotten here in their own community. And so those ripple effects, you know, are pretty lasting, and many, all over the country, they're going on.
And
are there any of the artists who've done those kind of things who are coming back to play this year that you can tell us about?
Well, I know that, there's a number of song contest finalists that have been both to our camp, but also here as finalists for the song contest, which I was the first 2 years of the festival. That's how I got kind of involved. But they're playing the festival. Claudia Russell, Dan Weber, Willie Carmichael actually won our song contest, and he's playing this year. And then Jamie Simonson, you'd referenced when we were talking before.
On the poster.
She's our poster image. That's Dennis McGregor, who's our art director, does what's called Local Treasures. And so he's created the last 7 posters around people that live in Sisters that contribute to the music and arts community. And so Jamie is a product of the Americana Project. She's been a mentor to many young people, including hundreds of young women, girls in the schools here. She records and engineers. She helped put out our CD with the Americana Project, and she's a great songwriter. And so we're honoring her both by being on the poster and the program, the Americana Project, but also by giving her a slot at the festival because she's great.
And not to just, I don't know if you have the schedule sitting in front of you, but when does she play this weekend?
I know the schedule well. She plays 3 o'clock at Angeline's on Saturday.
Nice.
Wow, you do know it well.
Yeah.
9
Obviously.
different venues around town. That's
Right.
a lot of places too.
Yeah, I mean, we have a very interesting model. Most music festivals are out in a big field similar to this with porta potties and camping, and we actually produce the festival right in town. So many of our venues, we have 2 bookended venues, the Village Green and the Sisters Artworks, but the rest of the venues are all in established businesses, and some of them hold 110 people,
Wow.
some of them hold 350 people, and our biggest ones hold about 1,100.
I love the
Nice.
intimacy of it too, that the small little groups, and it's really just a nice crowd, but I can't wait. I'm definitely going this weekend. So thanks for coming today.
Well, it's my pleasure, and we hope it all goes well, and we'll continue
We'll
to
cross our
improve
fingers
year
for you,
after
Brad.
year. Yeah, but thank you. No,
Yeah.
we're really excited.
Hold
It'll
your
be
breath
awesome.
for 3 more days. It's been all year.
That's right.
3 more days. You've got this.
It'll be fantastic.
All right. You need to come. Oh, we'll be right back.